There comes a time we all have to consider what to do with our remains when we pass away. From the company that brought you the Gender Reassignment Home Kit comes Body Bag Biodegradable Bags. That's right. We take your body, put it in our biodegradable bags, and plant you as a tree so people can eat your nuts forever. Brought to you by Regenerex, makers of Libtrol and other fine products.
If you love to drink Four Loko, but Braveheart will always be your favorite movie of all time, you're going to love The Urban Conservative.
Hey, buddy, you enjoy pickup trucks and listening to Coolio? Well, then you gonna love The Urban Conservative.
First of all, how you gonna tell me we not in a pandemonium? Not only are we in a pandemonium, we in a regression too. We are in a regression. Get out of here.
I don't know why I'm sitting in this chair. It's really hot. Having a suit, it's like 99 degrees in DC. Who's on this phone? Who am I talking to? Why did DC? Who gave me the phone? Chill. Who gave me the phone? Hey, whose dog is this? I don't even know whose dog this is. Hello? If you're listening to me on the phone, I don't know whose dog this is. You're listening to the Urban Conservative? Come on, man.
Attention, maggot. Do you enjoy the smell of freshly ejected 5.56 millimeter ammunition? And for breakfast, you enjoy scrambled eggs with no salt, no pepper, and you enjoy grits, no salt, no pepper, no butter? Then you are going to love the Urban Conservative. Huh?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, boys and girls of all persuasions and whatever the rest of the introductions are. Welcome
And
to
there's
Top of
only
the
boys
Morning.
and girls.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. Welcome to Top of the Morning, best 30-minute morning show on the internet. I'm Raheem Architect Soto, joined by my twin brother, Abdul Ali. And of course, you can head over to tuconservative.com. That's right, I said T as in Tom, U as in umbrella, conservative.com. The website you see on your screen right about now.
Yo, I thought you were going to say T is in Tom, U is in Uncle. You know, like the Uncle Tom they call us. I thought you were going to say that.
Oh, I ain't caffeinated enough for that yet. I really am not. Had one sip of coffee I did not like, and had to make another pot of that there. But the website's on your screen. You can head over to tuconservative.com, get yourself a membership, help us continue to spread conservative messages and policy ideas into our urban centers across not just North Carolina and New York, but America. Across
America.
America. That's gonna be stuck in my head all day. But of course, we want to give a shout out to all of our underwriters, our sponsors, and the folks that support what we do. We got a heck of a show for y'all today. We have not been on. Wow, we can get rid of this now. We can get rid of this now. We have not been on for a couple of days because we have been working on a project out in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, which is going great.
This is true.
Great. Really interesting. Really interesting stuff. So
shouts out to Marla. The gas house is in the building. Okay, we Gastonia. I'll see y'all a little later. I'll be out that way shortly. So yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Well, look. Let me say this. Many of you who watch the show, who have been following us, you know, I just let me just say this, Rod. Do you think? Or do I wait? We'll wait to the tail end till we get to the Rocky Mount before I jump into that. But I do want to give a big shout out to Centurial and the folks over at Sensational Creations. They're having a back to school drive out in Rocky Mount on July the 29th. We'll have information out about that here shortly. But please support your community. Get out. These kids need school supplies. We want to make sure we're wrapping our arms around those who need it the most to get them what they need. So I'll post that up on our Facebook page. Make sure you're following it. And again, shouts out to the Edgecombe and the Nash County GOPs for their willingness to participate and support the community. I gotta say it, bro. I gotta say it. This Georgia rep that has left the Democratic Party. I am tickled pink because not only is she a Democrat who left the Democrat Party. She's also a black woman.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, right? Now, I can't imagine the number of Uncle Toms and coons and white people bootlicking she's gonna get, where she has already gotten, because remember, we have the same thing that happened here in North Carolina. Shouts out to Trisha Cotham, Mecklenburg County State House rep, that she left the Democrat Party and faced just the amount of vitriol and hatred that she faced. I can't imagine, but you want to share this story, Ryan? You want to read the story about this wonderful representative?
Well, listen, because you don't have to overword it. She didn't have to wait to switch to be crucified. When she chose to advocate for school choice, that's when she got all the white boot licking, all of that. Her name is State Rep Misha Maynor, who represents District 56 in the Peach State, announced this Tuesday that she is officially switching her party registration from Democrat to Republican following a tumultuous relationship with her colleagues. She said in a quote, "Today, I made the decision to leave the Democratic Party." I'm going to rephrase it. I made the decision to leave the Democrat plantation. I'm going to insert plan. She didn't say that. I did. But she did say, "I represent a blue district in the city of Atlanta. So this wasn't a political decision for me. It was a moral one." And we applaud this woman for that, because she said she's in a blue district, which means the chances of her reelection are, she said this in a social media post. "I will never apologize for being a black woman with a mind of my own," she added. So when I decided to stand up on behalf of disadvantaged children in support of school choice, my Democrat colleagues did not stand by me, Maynard told the media outlets, asserting that her Democrat colleagues crucified her for supporting school choice and standing against efforts to defund the police. She says she has always stood as a type of politician who will work across the aisle to deliver results for my community and the people I was elected to represent, but her leftist colleagues did not support her. She said they abandoned me. She went on to say again, explaining again that her decision to leave the party is not a political decision, but a moral one. Far too long, the Democrat Party has gotten away with using and abusing the black community, she said, for decades. Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
The Democrat Party has received the support of more than 90% of the black community. And what do we have to show for it? I represent a solidly blue district in the city of Atlanta. This isn't a political decision, she reiterated. The decision has been a long time coming, as she posted a video in May revealing she found herself in the crosshairs of the Democratic caucus in the Georgia House of Representatives. In the caption, Minor explained, "The Democrat Party establishment is looking to take me out. I represent a solidly blue, highly diverse district and have never hesitated and will never hesitate to vote for the best interest of the communities I represent over party politics." So we have to say,
Let me get this straight. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, get it straight.
So the woman decides that parents being able to decide what is best for their children's education, the Democrats do not like her because she said parents should choose. She represents Atlanta, where there's a high crime rate, and 85, 90% of the victims of the crime are black. 85, 90% of the people perpetuating the crime are black. Defunding the police would make people less safe, so they don't want to support her for that. Sounds to me like this is a stand-up sister right here. So kudos, shouts out, big ups, props, insert your adjective there to Misha Maynor. We're going to reach out and try to get her, try to get her on the show, see if we can't reach out to her. I know Trisha Cotham, our rep here that did the same thing, reached out to her and was very welcome. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and you're in Georgia, because we do have viewers in Georgia, please don't be afraid to think and vote outside of the box, just like this sister did. You do not, just because you're black, have to be a Democrat. There is zero requirement because your skin looks like ours for you to be. It's not a required thing. Just because your mama and them was a Democrat, just because your grandmama and them was a Democrat, doesn't mean you got to do it. And I'm not going to talk about Rocky Mount just yet, but ladies and gentlemen, you're checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. You're checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to celebrate 10 years of Big Lesbians Matter. I'm sorry, Big Living Rooms Matter. I mean, Black Lives Matter, 10 years. We'll be right back.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are back with the TUC twins here on top of the morning, the best 30-minute morning show on the planet. I would say happy 10-year anniversary to Black Lesbians Matter. I mean, Big Living Rooms Matter. I mean, Black Lives Matter. I would say that. There's nothing to celebrate.
Matter. I mean,
yeah. It doesn't warrant a celebration. It warrants a utter disgust is what it warrants, because they're
reinviting, they're reintroducing the defund the police thing again. That's the most disgusting part of this, is with all of the rise in crime in black cities, you're now advocating to defund the police again. And we're going to get nutcases like the lady out in Missouri, Minnesota. You want me to die?
You want me to die?
You want me to die? We're going to get you want me to die out here talking about how white supremacy is the biggest problem facing Black America and all this other nonsense, right? But let's take a listen to well, not a listen, but just the Black Lives Matter movement turned 10 years old today, marking the day in 2013 that the man who fatally shot Trayvon Martin was acquitted of his death. Black Lives Matter movement marks 10 years of activism, if that's what you want to call it, and renews its call to defund the police. All right. It hit this milestone today, marking 10 years since its founding, and gunned down in a Florida gated community. We know the whole story of Trayvon Martin. I'll skip that part. BLM activists and organizations plan to mark the decade movement with in-person and virtual events, and calls to action a renewed push to defund police departments and reinvest the money in Black communities that have suffered disproportionately from brutality, unequal treatment in criminal justice system, and mass incarcerations, which is retarded. I'm gonna use the word retarded. The reason I'm gonna use the word retarded is because they're opting out of the crime statistics, period. If we
hold on. Here you go. This is the gun violence assessment for Atlanta, Georgia. In Atlanta, victims and suspects of homicides were largely Black, male, and in the 18 to 34 age range. 84% of victims and 88% of suspects in homicides were male. Over 85% of known victims and suspects in homicides were Black. So tell me where the white hooded Klansmen, you got a better chance of getting killed by somebody that looks like you than worrying about some KKK Klan hoodie dude, or worried about the cops killing unarmed Black people. It's in black and white right there. It's not up to this whole idea is just stupid. And I didn't get to say this in Rocky Mountain. We'll talk about this on the tail end, bro. But if anybody, I don't care who they are, if anybody is up here suggesting that racism and that white supremacy and that the legacy of slavery is the reason for the large number of Blacks killing Blacks, either they are woefully misinformed or they are bullshitting you. They got an agenda.
Right.
They're trying to keep you in that.
Listen, fraud lawsuit against Black Lives Matter Foundation got dismissed in California. Okay. Black Lives. So there's two different Black Lives Matters. We need to be clear about that first. All right, you have Black Lives Matters Grassroots Inc., and then you have Black Lives Matter. All right, so the thing is that they don't even got it together, right? And
corporate shell game.
They've been accused of the Black Lives Matter leader, Shalamaya Bowers. Okay, was accused of stealing $10 million. Okay. And not even that, but you got to remember something. They took in over 30-something million. 40, upwards of that, and they've only I'm wrong. They accumulated about 100 million and only gave out about $20 million. And out of that $20 million that they gave out, most of those organizations were organizations they had people working at that received the money. Sounds familiar. Sounds like something happening
Like
somewhere.
like her cousin and them getting those
Right.
security contracts and consulting contracts, kind of like
Kind of
somebody
like an
buying up some
OIC
property.
thing. Kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like an
yeah.
OIC thing where
I'm
the
gonna put
CEO
this
is
in
a
my
city
mama name.
councilman, where the CEO is a city councilman who happens to advocate for this particular organization getting the grant money. It's a flip, it's a quick flip.
Yeah,
But
quick flip.
there's 10 years of basically, I don't know. I can't even think of any more dumb acronyms for these people, but I understand the sentiment that Black Lives Matter. Unfortunately, you can't say white lives matter. You can't say Hispanic lives matter because then you get called a racism. You get called a racist.
Oh, you
or a
can't even
bigot.
say all lives matter. I mean, why don't all of them matter?
Listen, no, they don't. They absolutely listen. They all lives absolutely do not matter. I can name about 5 lives that don't matter.
Okay, give me one.
Chickens. Chickens' lives don't matter. Cows' lives don't matter. Okay, pigs' lives don't matter. You want me to
Shrimp lives definitely don't matter.
They don't matter. And plant lives.
Wait. I'm gonna tell you on the human side of thing. I'm gonna tell you whose lives absolutely don't matter. Anybody that abuses children or elderly people, your life don't matter.
No, they should immediately terminate the process of you sucking air with the rest of us. You should be immediately air sucking negative on that. You should take the room temperature challenge.
Exactly. Yo, shouts out to Mary Helen. Salmon lives don't matter. Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. I know this is gonna be weird. Put that back up.
Whoa. Bang pow to Valerie Miller. Bang pow. Boop.
Yeah,
yikes.
We're gonna let that. I ain't want to go there. But that is a certified fact. They clearly don't. Wait, could you go back to Mary Helen's comment though? So I'm gonna tell you something that bothers me about this. Read it again.
Salmon lives don't matter.
Why the hell is there an L in the word? I hold the conversation, but that's how dumb English is. Can we get rid of that? I like to start a petition and get rid of the L in salmon because nobody says it. No one says salmon.
Nobody says, "Hey, would you like some salmon pate? some salmon on your salad?"
It should be S-A-M-E-N, salmon, or S-A-M-I-n.
I'm about to say that's too close to semen for me, bro. Like, I'm gonna need you to not do that.
All right,
I need that. I want that on my salad.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we're gonna be back to talk about Rocky Mount once again, and its new distinction.
Hold on, stop. Here you go. You can. I have heard people in the South pronounce it with the L. I have heard.
Have you really? Okay, give me your best Southern pronunciation. Like, go ahead, give it to me.
No, they just say salmon. That's
no. I need you to countrify it. Give me.
No.
Like,
there's no countrifying it.
Put it in a sentence, man. Put it in a sentence.
I can't. I just can't. Hold on. Let me think.
You
I think I'm gonna get some salmon and grits there. I'm going to give me some salmon and grits. Some salmon and grits, salmon on my grits. Yeah, I've heard of salmon. You can say that. While we're on this, because we got 1 minute before the next break, and because we're going to talk about Rocky Mount on the tail end of this, but what in the hell is going on with some of these rest stop bathroom designs, yo?
Oh, no, we're not doing that today. No. That is tomorrow morning. Y'all do not want to miss it. You might want to be back here tomorrow morning because we have a problem. You should have did this at the beginning of the show. Can't do it with 1 minute left. It needs its own 10 minutes. It needs every bit of its own 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back talking about Rocky Mount and its new distinction. It has a new distinction.
Yo, okay.
Can you pull up that True Rocky Mount Facebook page?
I will do it.
All right, here we go. Commercial break.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Top of the Morning, best 30-minute morning show on the internet. You're being joined by the TUC twins. Make sure to head over to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook, cool. We're trying to get our YouTube numbers up. They got rid of our old page. We are now on YouTube and you have to use the @ TUC Twins. Head over to YouTube. Make sure to give us a like, follow, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so you know when we post new content. So now, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the brother that runs the True Rocky Mount page. We were out there this week.
Yeah, we were.
Do we play the video? Do we play the video from the city council?
Yeah, we played it. Yeah, we played a video from the city. Yeah, we do it. Hold on, let me see if the brother got it. I know he got it on his page here. Hold on. Here we go. It's right here.
Is that the whole speech?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Set it up.
Hold on. So, I don't know. I don't. Let me just put it this way. A couple of months back when we first started covering what was going on in Rocky Mount, some folks were making a statement. Y'all won't come to Rocky Mount and say that to the faces of Andre Knight and Ruben and them. Y'all won't say it to their face. So what we decided to do, as we're filming this documentary, is to go on ahead to the city council and do what, bro?
And say it to their face. Which faces did not make it. Them faces was not present.
I mean, look, I don't know if this is an inherited thing, but we invited the NAACP chapter president for Rocky Mount to come on the platform. And what happened with that, bro?
No show.
Okay. So what you're about to see, again, shouts out to the truth.
Hey, Cooper, dude, I need to put up the text messages. Are you agreeing to come on the show and all of that? Do we need them? We ain't gonna do that. Go ahead.
All right. So shouts out again to the True Rocky Mount. We're going to get you on the show. We're going to get you as part of the film. But this is what went down at the Rocky Mount City Council meeting.
This time I'd like to invite Abdul Ali to the podium.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. My name is Abdul Ali, and I'm here tonight not as a citizen of Rocky Mount, but as a concerned North Carolinian with a lot of friends and family members and their family members and people that I consider brothers and sisters in Christ that live in this city. I'm here tonight to address you about a narrative that I've heard not just here, but across the state that's detrimental to the people. And thankfully, in the last few months, as I've been working here in Rocky Mount, I've heard that the people in this city are starting to wake up from this narrative. When we look at the fact that we have a majority black city council in this town and in many other places in our state, we have our first black lieutenant governor, we have a back-to-back black president, back-to-back black by bliggity, black out to black everything in our country right now. When this narrative that racism and the legacy of slavery is to blame for the issues facing our community, I'm here to tell you that folks are starting to snap out of it. And that while racism does exist in our country and while racism is an issue that does need to be dealt with, what we're seeing in our streets is that 22% voter turnout in the last municipal election in Rocky Mount. What that tells me is if we're in a room of 100 people and 22 get to decide who represents all 100, that's not right. When we talk about the young men in this town and the young women in this town that are being killed, they're not being killed by people who are wearing Klan hoods and running around here screaming, "Kill blackies." They're being killed by people that look like them. The disturbing part about all of this is that our education rates, our literacy rates, our suspension rates, the school to prison pipeline, these are real issues that require not only faith in God and praying that we can do the right thing, but they require that you as city council members do what's right by the people, but it also requires that the people of this city stand up and vote for what's right and make their voices heard, because nothing will change in this town or any other unless you all stand up and vote and you all as elected officials do what's right by them. Now, as somebody who served in leadership, I've chaired the 10th largest county in this state. I've worked at municipal governments. I don't envy the position a lot of times that you all are in, because I know you can't tell the public everything. But the more transparency you can give to the citizens of your city, this spirit of desperation, as I've driven around this city, my twin brothers come down from New York, it is a palpable sense of desperation that young people feel in this city and some folks feel here. So please know that while it is the people's job to hold you accountable, that they are praying for you, that they want you to do the right thing. And to the people of Rocky Mount, please stand up and don't let 22% voter turnout control what happens to your future. Thank you.
Mic drop. So here's
go
the
back
point.
to the page. Go back to the page because
I closed it all the way out. I closed it all the way out. My bad. I'm going back.
That. Yeah, you had that adrenaline rush and was like, click that out, get that. Yeah. But look, Rocky Mount has a palpable sense of desperation that you mentioned, right?
It does.
Its new distinction reflects that because your comments and like you mentioned, you know what Noah said when he woke up in downtown Rocky Mount. Dad, I don't like this place, right? I don't like the way this feels. They now have a new distinction. What is the new honor that has been bestowed upon Rocky Mount?
Do you want Rocky Mount?
Scroll down.
According to
see it. We can't see it.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me find it. It's on his page. Hold on. I don't see the story here.
Right
here you go. Right there. It's Rocky Mount has been named.
You got to stretch that out.
There you go. Rocky Mount has been named the most miserable city in the state. Okay? Using U.S. data census from the U.S. Census Bureau, quick facts and area vibes, travelalot.com searched around the country to find the most miserable city in each state with factors like unemployment, poverty rates, as well as crime stats and household income playing a part in which cities were chosen. According to the report, the most miserable city in all of North Carolina is Rocky Mount. Not because the twins said it, not because a duel said it. It's a fact that you have a declining population, and I wonder why people are leaving. According to the website,
there's nothing to do there, bro. How many places did we go to get food?
We looked for a few. Yeah, we went to a few.
Closed.
According to the website, Rocky Mount.
Listen, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, but then the places that you do go to get something to eat, the service sucks. The food is not of a standard.
Yeah, bro, I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, bro.
Don't even do it. Don't even do it then. Then don't say that and then roll the bus over him. Don't even do that. I'm just saying.
That was a nasty ass sandwich, bro. That's all I'm saying.
There's no sense of pride in anything. It feels like. Now, I could be wrong, and y'all can say, no, we take pride in what we do. Then I'm going to say, well, if that's your level of pride in what you do, then we're going to have to get some culinary trained people out there because I might as well have just lit hundreds of dollars on fire. Like, we might as well have just put it in a nice, neat pile, squirted some lighter fluid on it, and just whoosh. That's what we might as well have done.
Well, here's the other side of this. And the reason we do that, just so y'all know, is we could afford to go to Fridays. We could afford to go to Applebee's. We could afford to go to the big chain restaurants, but we want to support the local businesses. We wanted to support the mom and pops, the everyday folks that live there and that have businesses and companies there. But when you read this report, what they were saying is the Rocky Mount's population has been declining since 2010 by 6%. Of a population of 54,242 residents, almost 23% live below the poverty line. The income per capita is $20,000, and the unemployment rate is at 7.7%, which is 65% higher than the national average.
But they got OIC. We got us OIC.
But the crime rate is 43% higher than the national average, with a murder rate of 24% per capita. So what are we going to do about it? Not we, but you. What do you do about that, Rocky Mount? What do you do to turn the tide, to shift this around? And I'll tell you what it starts with. It starts with voting. If you've been on city council for 20 years, if you've been on that job, name a job that you could fail at for 20 years.
It says apparently vote Tim Barnes. So who Mr. Tim Barnes is apparently running.
Who?
Tim Barnes. You see the post? It says, welcome to the new ghetto, y'all. Now, can we please get to business and vote Tim Barnes?
Oh, you saying on the whatchamacallit?
Right there in front of you, right in front of your face. It say that. You don't see
Oh,
that?
apparently Tim Barnes is running. I wasn't looking at that. I was reading the other thing.
Right. Well, listen, on the tail end of this, we reached the 30-minute mark. We're going to leave you guys with the trailer for the upcoming Rocky Mount story. For my twin brother, Dual Ali, I'm Raheem Architect Soto. Make sure to be back here bright and early tomorrow for the weekly wrap-up. We will see you tomorrow, folks.
Yeah, California tripping. We're going to talk about that.
Nestled in the heartland of North Carolina lies a city with a rich history and a tight-knit community, Rocky Mount. However, beneath the surface, there's a story that have left its residents uneasy. This city, once renowned for its booming cotton mills and railroad track, is now entangled in allegations of corruption. Over the past years, Rocky Mount has seen charges of financial mismanagement, questionable contracts, and what some see as a lack of transparency. The epicenter of these allegations, the City Hall, now stands as a symbol of the issues plaguing the community. Throughout this documentary, we'll delve into the experiences of local residents, local leaders, and independent investigators. Join us as we navigate through the murky waters of Rocky Mount's alleged corruption for the sake of its past, its present, and most importantly, its future. The Rocky Mount Story.